Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're doing a special book review that is for the sci-fi classic that is Dune, and we're doing it via Dune. Yes, I'm currently at the beach. A little bit of a nasty day, so we're staying inside, making this video. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, guys. So honestly, just read the book. That's the entirety of the review. All right, everyone. As you can see, there is a new change of scenery suddenly in this video. This is due to the reason that while recording at the beach, people were starting to walk by. I was in sort of a public setting while I was recording, and so I got nervous and I held the microphone very close to my mouth and I sound like a robot. So we're going to do the remainder of this review in my apartment with good audio so it won't sound scratchy the whole time. Let's jump in right into the part that everybody came for, the actual review of the book. Dune is a sci-fi classic, and I mean, rightfully so. I'm sure there's plenty of videos on YouTube talking about Dune and all the great aspects about it, and I'd have to agree from what I've seen. Uh, One thing I've definitely picked up on while reading Dune is just the huge influence it's had on not only its own genre but others. As someone who's a Wheel of Time fan, I've actually done reviews of some of those books, so we'll put it in the corner if you want to watch those and then like and then subscribe. Even in a fantasy series like The Wheel of Time, the influences of Dune are increasingly present. The ale are just Fremen. Of course, that's hyperbole, but there's a lot of parallels there. We see Randall Thor. I think his character mirrors Paul Atreides a lot, and of course, they have key significant differences as well. I would have to say, hot take, that Randall Thor is probably a better handling of the Chosen. Not better handling, but I like his depiction of what a Chosen One would be like more than maybe Paul is. Paul's still a great character. Red Rising as a series I recently read. I'll put a link to that review in the top too. Not the series, I only read the first book, but we see the influences there too, and that's a relatively new age series of sci-fi. I mean, anytime you see a sci-fi series where they're like using like swords, and you're like, why? Well, it's because of Dune. Dune. The way they incorporated the reasoning for using knives and sort of middle age type weaponry in that series was phenomenal. Frank Herbert did a great job of making that like seamless and full realistic. And but like I was sort of touching on with like the weapons and sword stuff, the world building in Dune is obviously incredible. Most of the praises I have for Dune, you'll probably see on any other review of the book on this platform. So I won't ramble on for too long. But characters, great. World building is outstanding. I mean, there's literally appendixes in the back of the book that expands the world even more if you want to go into reading those and get a better, fuller understanding of what's at play in this galaxy. But outstanding. Narratively wise, the themes that are incorporated in Doom are handled very well. Themes of the nature of power, how it's obtained, how certain people utilize it, environmental justice, grief. I mean, all these things are present in the story, and you would think with all these different themes and world building aspects, combining, collide together, you would say, well, this is a jumbled mess. There's too much the author's trying to do. But this is one of the only books I've read where there's so much going on, but it's like handled super duper well. Um, if you're a fan of like political sort of Game of Thrones types of reads, I mean, this Dune does a fantastic job with that. I know that's one big critique of the series that I've seen in the reviews that I have read on Goodreads is the politics bore people. And I see that angle. If you're not really a big political person, I could see parts of the story definitely feeling like they drone on for no apparent reason. Um, well, there is a reason, but you get what I'm saying. But I enjoyed the politics. I think it even furthers the world building even more, and that was part of reading that I really enjoy. So I'll keep this one short with for you guys, though. Dune is a masterpiece, and plenty of people, plenty of reviews, videos online will explain to you why. And It definitely lives up to its merit. Dune was it's a great read, and it, totally understandable why so many people take an influence from the novel and the series. I suppose I do plan on continuing in the Duneverse, if you will, and reading the further installments. But we're up to there for today, guys. Official Bookman rating. I'm gonna have to give it a 5 out of 5 stars. Dune is great. Read it and really see the sort of tidal waves that have came from a novel like Dune and how it's impacted literature in its genre and outside of its genre since.